Hey guys, welcome to Void of Dusk, your game channel for fresh Arena of Valor guides and gameplay. And today I have a user request of one of my loyalist users, and he said, what can you please do, Arduin? I'm about to buy a new champion. And here is my Arcana guide. It's not really a guide, it's more about some gameplay that I have recorded yesterday, and I'm pre-recording it so I can give you more tips and actions while not being in the game. And yes, I haven't played Arduin for a lot of times. I'm not like an Arduin pro. I haven't had my 100 games. I had like 5 games or something like that, but this game went pretty well. And it went well because we put the pressure on the enemy, and you will see how we did that, and you will see what I have done as an Arduin to support my team, because I was in the end valued the best player of the game. And I think that was for a solid reason, but without to say I'm not a pro, and this is not a pro guide. This is more of some gameplay, so you get some nice little thoughts if you should buy Arduin or not. Let's say we're doing a review. Let's do a review. How good is Arduin? And after that, you can decide if you want the hero if you haven't had Arduin so far. So I'm not talking about his abilities in general. You will see the combos, you will see what I'm doing, because I haven't really dealt with the champion so far. This is a video just to give you some nice little idea of what to do with the champion or not. I built my Arduin quite tanky because Arduin has, I think Arduin has like the threat potential of I would even say like an Arthur or something like that. So Arduin is pretty beefy, Arduin is pretty mobile, and I would say he's like the perfect bruiser. And bruiser characters, if you have ever played League of Legends, are like the Mundo. Jax is a perfect example for things like that. So you have people who can dish out like bursty heroes that can dish out a lot of damage at the same time being quite tanky. That would be a bruiser. So you can take a hit or two, but you have to be careful because you are not a full tank. But on the other hand, you are a hero who can take a beating and also retaliate with your stuff. As you see here right now, like I haven't built the boots, like the full boots yet. I haven't upgraded them. So at this point of the game, Arduin is quite slow, while being able still to be a really big threat to the enemy, because you got your one. Your one has 2 activations. The first one is you send a wave through the enemy. The second one is you will knock your hammer or axe or what it is to the ground. And after that, you are going to stun the enemy, like you to put them into the air. Your second one is a shield slash damage dealing tool, and your third one, your ult, will be something that I'm going to use right now. Look at that Quillen up there, and stun, and bam, there we go. Perfect example of how to use his ult. I'm back for my team to get the Abyssal Dragon. We have the Yawn, who could contestant that, but the Valor does a really good job on zoning him out. And zoning means just you are building such a threat that the enemy doesn't want to come in a certain zone. That means to zone things. So we have a little wiki here for the players who don't know what all these terms mean. And yeah, here we go in. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get the Yawn, and that is the only big mistake I have made in this game, and you will see later on why this was such a good game. But yeah, as you have seen, Arduin is really mobile with his ult. That makes him quite good as soon as he has the ult. The only thing for you guys to remember, and you will see that in this video, and you should stay and watch the whole video because it isn't really that long. Enemies and stuff will block your movement as soon as you have landed your 3, and your 3 is like you put something on the ground, and then afterwards you fly towards that direction. You put your hammer or whatever. I mean, you are some kind of armor which is fueled by some ghost or something like that, and that's why you have these spectral issues around you, like the spectral things going on. And look at that, bam. We can easily get the enemy. that was like not the best example of how to use the ult because I was stuck here, but I'm able to get that kill as well, and I am having a 5-1-2 round here. I don't know, it just went nuts. Yes, the enemy wasn't that good. I'm not the best Arcana player, so I didn't really know all the techniques, like mechanic-wise, but we kind of stomped them. Like it was crazy. It was such a fast game. I mean, you can see that from the length of the video. But the combination between the shield and the crowd control abilities that Arduin has makes him a really good bruiser, like a really good off-tank. Off-tank is another word for the bruiser type of guy. And what I did constantly in this video, and you will see that, for example, if you might even want to rewatch, I was really mobile. And I think that's where you are the most beneficial for your team. I checked the objectives, like I checked, is there a tower or is there something else? And I went in straight to get it. And now we're getting the second Abyssal Dragon. It will be uncontested as far as I still remember from yesterday's night. And this is just a bargain for your team. Like everyone is leveled up, you get the gold, and we are freeing our jungler, who is dead at the moment. And here's the ult again, and there we go. He couldn't even resist. Like I was able to activate my 2 while I was in this stunning ult from Gildur. So it might be that the ult is kind of not hindering you from getting your stuff, but I don't know about that. Like this is just yeah, there was the ult again. I mean, it was quite easy because the Omen did not use his ult. Like if he would have ulted someone from my team, that member of the team would have been dead. And now look at that Quillen face. Like Quillen is in the brush, not willing to commit because he is 3 levels below our forgot his name. Rock's the name. Now there we go. I put myself in, and you can, like, the one thing that you will see, I'm on short mana. Like he has a really short mana bar, and that just means that you will have to go back from time to time just in order to use your skills, because as you see, I spam them, and spamming them just means that your mana drains away. It's just a matter of fact. You could build Aegis for that because you will get some mana from that. I think it's one of the only items where you actually will get some mana. But I think the build is pretty solid. Like I checked it out in the popular builds and it was alright. So I don't know. Like I wouldn't change it. Like I would try to use it again. And for the people who are interested in the Arcana, I used some kind of, I think I used Onslaught, I used the Benevolence, and I used the Skewer. So I have damage, and a little bit of health, movement speed, and health regen. That was the thing to go, and we won the game. Pretty straightforward. I would say that was a really nice example of a really nice team composition. Like it wasn't just a matter of fact because I have played it and stuff that I did really good. Like it wasn't a hard carry, like not a game where you have to carry your whole team. Team was doing really good. And as you can see, 24.7 and 26.7 in terms of damage and in terms of the damage that I've took made me the MVP, and I'm really glad that the result was like that, because it's a pretty good example of how to use Arden and how to use his mobility. And if you want to check that, 15 against a 6-5 on the enemy team, that's cool. Like that's a really nice result. And my fight participation just shows that I was really running around the map and just looking for team fights. So guys, if you want to see more content like that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm Void of Dusk Gaming, and I'm out. Bye bye.